everyone! So today I'm going to show you how I like to get into the Halloween spirit, and if you want you could get these ideas as well. So the first thing I like to do is read, and I like reading scary stories, and the books I like to read are these. And they're a trilogy, and the first one is called Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark, and the second one is More Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark, and the third one is Scary Story 3, More Tales to Tell in the Dark. I like these stories because they're not that scary, but some of them can be really scary and others can be not as much. And one of the stories, I don't remember which one it is, but it's about a man, how he accidentally killed a lady's cat. And he gave her another cat. He bought her another cat, but she was mad. And so the days passed, and he started getting bad luck. And he didn't know why or what to do. He remembered, I think it's his dad or his grandfather, I don't remember which one it was, that told him to find an oak tree and draw the person and draw an X where the heart is. And then with a nail, you just like nail it in every day, little by little. How he will know that the person who gave him the curse will basically ask for something to borrow. And the following day, he found out that it's the neighbor who cursed him to having bad luck, because she sent some boy to ask for sugar, and the little boy tells the main character, so and so wants some sugar, can she borrow some sugar? And he keeps telling the little boy, no, she can't have any, she can't have any. And the days go by, and he keeps nailing the nail to draw an X little by little, and spoiler alert, she finally confronts him and dies. That's one of the stories I remember for some reason. That's weird. No, but the thing I find this story interesting is that how can you draw a person and like that thing that you draw could affect the person in real life? I know it's a story, but I just find it really interesting. So yeah, these are the books I like to read. The next thing I like to do is watch movies, and I don't really like scary movies. I like reading scary stories, but not watching them. I don't know why, but that's me. And the first one is The Monster Squad. This movie was made in the late 80s, to be more exact, 1987. It's about a group of kids who try to stop the Wolfman, Frankenstein's monster, Dracula himself, from taking over the world. I like this movie because it has the 80s feel to it. I don't know if that makes any sense, but like how it's filmed, I don't know if it makes sense, but it's how it's filmed, you could see that's from the 80s. And I like that. I like the old school theme. And like I said, this movie isn't scary at all. It's just a really entertaining movie to watch. So yeah. The next movie I like to watch is Tim Burton, The Nightmare Before Christmas. Now, if you don't know what this movie's about, it's about the main character named Jack. He is tired of the same routine, having Halloween every year, and decides to change it up. And he tries to add Christmas to it, but ends up failing. He tries to make it better in the end. One of the reasons why I like watching this movie is because it's the music. It stays in your head, and sometimes randomly when I'm like waiting for the bus, I just go, this is okay, but in my head, because that's a little creepy if I say it out loud. And then one of the songs that I like is This Is Halloween, Halloween, blah blah blah. Oh, and when the music comes up, I try to sing really loud, but I don't really know the lyrics to the music. So, oh, and oopsie. And I also like it because it's clay animation, and it amazes me how it takes a long time just to form like a shape, and you actually have to like move a little bit and then record it, then move it again, and it takes a long time. And I'm amazed how dedicated these people, like in general, these people are. And the next movie I like to watch is Coraline. And I know it's not a scary movie, but the idea of going to another dimension and how people are pretending to like you, and how like one of the people keep telling her, stay, just stay, nothing bad's gonna happen here, look, everything's what you always wanted. And it scares me how there's another dimension, and how she wants to kind of stay there, but it's not her world. I still don't know how the doll ended up in her possession. I remember seeing the movie, and the lady's just sewing it, and in the end it ends up on her. No, someone tells her about it. How did the monster like know that she was sad? I like how its style is gloomy and like dark, and towards the end it's all bright and daylight and happy. Every time I watch this movie, there's a scene that I kind of I get nervous for her because she's trying to escape from the little portal back to her house, and then the monster's trying to grab her. I get really nervous that she might grab her, but it still scares me. So those are the movies I like to watch. And the last thing I like to do is listening to podcasts. Now, if you don't have time to read or watch a movie, you can download a podcast called Jim Harold Campfire Stories. And it's basically about how people call in and tell them their paranormal stories. They tend to get really scary, and others are not so much, but it varies, which I like a lot. And the podcast is free, so you could download it on iTunes. Again, it's called Jim Harold Campfire Stories. So that is it for my video. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I hope to give you some ideas of what you can do during the month of October. So yeah, bye guys!